Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a reading for self-identified starseeds only. So if you don't identify as a starseed, then, well, you've been led here for some reason, but the reading's probably not for you. But I'm not doing them by origin because, let's face it, who amongst us has just one origin? But I'm going to do it by the one unique quality that you do have, and that's the star sign, the energy matrix of your birth chart that you chose to incarnate by. Now, it's a bulk introduction again, as always. There's a timestamp down below so that you can fast forward through all this waffle after you've seen it once, because you want to watch your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. And if you're in this sort of reading, I assume you're familiar with your birth chart, but if not, there's a link down below as well for that. Also, there's a link to the Facebook group for the channel, where I post not just my readings, but other people's readings, and more importantly, all the astrology videos that I watch. Well, most of the astrology videos that I watch. So you can, hey, learn along with me. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed so far. Please do subscribe. It really does help the channel. And also comment, because it's always really good to get your feedback and know that I'm not just sat here in my living room talking to a camera for no point whatsoever. But thank you for everyone who has given me feedback so far, and I am very grateful. And I'm very grateful that it appears that some of the readings have been useful. So anyway, it's a guidance reading. We will look at what energy you can be receiving, what energy you can be embodying, and a general guidance card with a good dollop helping of oracle cards to go with it. You can ask a question beforehand, but it's not really a spread that's designed for that. But try it, pause the video, think, isolate your question, concentrate it on a few moments, and see if the reading does give you some form of answer for it. But it's not really that sort of reading, so I'm not going to guarantee it. It's a lot more abstract than that, because everything that these cards will turn up is something that you can encounter individually in your own ways in your lives. Anyway, enough waffle from me. Let me bring up the cards. Okay, Starseed Pisces, there's an interesting time coming up for you by the looks of it, and there is challenges, both good and, well, light and dark, I think I'd like to say. The energy that is coming in for you is the Chariot, here being pulled by 5 horses, symbolising freedom, which has been really a theme that seems to have gone through the Starseed Guidance readings this month. This is clarified by the 3 of Wands, so there is some form of news or some form of ship that's coming in for you. Again, being a 3, it's forward motion. And there's a lovely relationship between the 5 horses of this chariot and the 5 wands at the back, at the end. There's some form of mental conflict, I think, that you are coming to terms with, because how you are to embody this energy, you are a neophyte again. You are the learner, the student. We have the Seeker of Flames, who is the Page of Wands. The Seeker of Flames is one who is looking for guidance, who is asking for guidance because they're not entirely sure. And this is right above Darker Thoughts from the Quantum Oracle, which is leading you into quite the labyrinth. Now, your Pisces, you can go into a labyrinth with your darker thoughts, believe me, I know. But it's almost like you're being called to lose some of them and grieve their loss. But you are being invited into this labyrinth to find some form of freedom that leaves you flying out. Now, all of these flew out of the Enchanted Map Oracle. We had the Flying card, which every time I have shuffled for any of these reasons, it's shown itself to me and then disappeared back into the deck. We have the Wizard of Awareness, card number 3. So again, there's that forward motion. There's that looking for guidance is the finding out, being aware as much as you possibly can. Coming apart, there's something that you are taking apart, and which I feel this relates to the dark thoughts aspect. Oh, I'm just knocking my cards everywhere. And then the slow and steady card. So this is an ongoing process, but there's victory at the end of it. If you watch the shuffle video in the intro, you'll notice I hesitated. This card had wanted to come out, and I like, no, I'd only want the 3 cards. And it's like, no, it wants to come out. It was stuck to this one. So the karma is the world card, and your karma's coming around, but your karma is coming around hopefully from your efforts of dealing with these dark thoughts. We have soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So that's a real strong message there, because this looks like a lot of self-work that's going on, but you don't have to do it alone. And then from the Keepers of the Light, again, cards shooting out for you. We have Master Jesus with forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. I think there's going to be an element of forgiving yourself here for the dark thoughts, where the dark thoughts are just simply just part of you. It is part of your shadow, and they have been, you deliberately put them there in you. Even if you say that they're past life memories and wounds and traumas and all of this business, or stuff out of this life, or stuff that just naturally erupts and makes you go, where did that come from? It was part of the matrix that you decided to incarnate in. It will probably show in your birth chart. It will show in your past life memories. It will show in your experiences in this life. And where there are the dark thoughts, they are there to lead you into the labyrinth. Because remember, going into the labyrinth is a spiritual experience. It is an initiation. Now, the fact that you might be doing it 23 out of 24 hours a day is something that you may well have to be saying goodbye to for the time being, because you are being asked to forgive. And I feel that that forgiveness isn't just for other people, it's for yourself as well. We have Odin with psychic insight. Your third eye is open, see truth for what it is, follow your intuition. And yeah, use your third eye, use your intuition on this, because if you're not using your third eye and your crown chakra, obviously, how are you going to get the Seeker of Flames? But remember, Odin is the basis of the Hanged Man Tarot card. He hung upside down for 7 days and 7 nights on the World Tree Yggdrasil and lost his eye to gain greater wisdom. So he is the archetype for, not of, but for the Hanged Man. And then finally, the divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So you are coming to terms and forgiving these dark thoughts, whether they're yours or others, whether they are about you or about others. It is time to say, no, I can fly out of this labyrinth. I've spent enough time in there going through my initiation. I am a neophyte once more. But that's because I'm about to launch into a whole new world. I mean, bear in mind, we've got the repeated message, Odin with psychic insight and wizard of awareness. We've got the coming apart, and I feel that that coming apart, as I say, is the labyrinth. But that labyrinth is warm. It's warm and it's dark and it's partly home. And that may be why there's this 5 of Cups energy where you suddenly go, oh. Because in the stars, I know some astrologers have been talking about releasing the need to resolve group karma. Because you cannot resolve somebody else's karma. You can only resolve your own. And part of those dark thoughts, I feel, are the shame of trying, because Pisces is a great wannabe healer, trying to solve other people's karma and failing. Well, of course you're going to fail. You set yourself up to fail. But you set yourself up for that whole experience to learn so much in the trying. But now the trying is over. It is not for you to be solving other people's karma. It's up to you to work on your own and declare victory. It's up to you to see things as they truly are and not what the shadows of the labyrinth have tried to tell you over the years. It is for you to work through this mental conflict, stand your ground and look for peace inside of yourself. Have victory, soar into joy, fly out of the labyrinth. I mean, this... We've got so many repeated messages here that you can't really interpret it otherwise. I have 2 spell cards from the Making Magic deck. We've got protection, strong protective magic for the family and the home. So is there stuff here that you've been worried about diving into? Because you're worried about what? Dive into it and fly out of it. And then the festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event, showing your soul family coming in, showing you soaring, celebrating, in fact, you soaring into joy, you flying out of the labyrinth. This is lovely, and yet again, it's going to be hard work. But this is lovely. Your ships are coming in, and your dark thoughts are going to panic because all of a sudden they don't really need to be there anymore. And you will grieve their loss. They've been an old friend. They've been a faithful, abusive old friend. And it's time for you to say goodbye. Okay, so if this means anything to you, Pisces, which I really hope it does, I'm certainly going to have to pay attention to this when I get to watch the video to edit it. If this means anything to you, please do comment. Oh, whoops. Please do comment down below. I'll just sit here with my arms like nicely by my sides. Please do comment down below. Press the like and subscribe button while you're passing. Your readings to come out will be your new moon readings. And yeah, speak to you soon. Good luck. Cheers.